Good morning, students. Today's topic we are going to see. Just wait. I am sharing the screen. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Okay, right. In today's topic, we are going to see intrinsic semiconductor. What is intrinsic semiconductor? Its crystal structure, conduction, drift current, and conductivity is some small part of conductivity. Later, next class, we will see this conductivity in detail. These are the topics we are going to cover in this session. First, intrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic semiconductor, first one is intrinsic semiconductor. Could you anyone give the difference between intrinsic semiconductor and extrinsic semiconductor? Anyone give the difference? Simply by two words like that. Anyone?
Pure semiconductors mean intrinsic semiconductors.
Right, right. Extrinsic means?
Impure semiconductors ని extrinsic semiconductors అంటారు.
Okay. Another point, any other point? Any other point? Second point, how the charge carriers will looks like? What is the concentration? What is its conductivity, like that? Conductivity in intrinsic semiconductor is high or low? It is low.
హైగా ఉంటది అనుకోండి సార్.
Intrinsic semiconductor it is low. Extrinsic semiconductor it is high. Intrinsic it is poor. Extrinsic it is high. This is the difference. Here, pure form of semiconductor, impure form of semiconductor. Number of electrons and holes are equal. Number of electrons and holes are unequal because of doping. Conductivity is poor. Conductivity is improved here. It is high. Improved means high. This is the basic difference. Okay. And we will see what is the intrinsic semiconductor material, what is its crystal structure from this class onwards. Here, this is the crystal structure of intrinsic semiconductor material. This is the crystal structure of intrinsic semiconductor material. Here, this is one silicon atom. This is another silicon atom. This is another silicon atom and silicon atom. Here, the outermost shell of the silicon atom consists of 4 valence electrons. Each and every silicon atom consists of 4 valence electrons, and these 4 valence electrons is making some covalent bond here. Covalent bond with adjacent silicon atoms here. This is one covalent bond. This is another. This is another. This is another. Like that. This is it is making some covalent bond with the adjacent silicon atoms. Here, a sample of semiconductor. I am considering some sample of semiconductor, which is in the crystalline form. Assume that it is in the crystalline form. It is in pure form of it is a pure form of semiconductor, and it is called as intrinsic semiconductor. The atomic structure of an intrinsic semiconductor material like silicon, an outermost shell of an atom is capable of holding 8 electrons. Maximum number of electrons in the outermost shell is it can accommodate up to 8 electrons, but it is occupying only 4 valence electrons here. Only half of the electrons are filled up and the remaining half of the electrons are not filled up. That is, it is occupying only 4 valence electrons here. 4 valence electrons. This is the atomic structure of silicon. We can simply call this as a 2-dimensional structure of silicon atom. This is the, and next one is this is the detailed view of that silicon crystal structure. Detailed view. These 4 electrons form a bond with another valence electrons of neighboring silicon atoms. These bonds are covalent bonds, and atoms align themselves to form a 3D uniform pattern called crystal. 3D uniform pattern is this structure, we can call this structure as 3D uniform pattern. In normal upon the board we are drawing this crystal structure, means that is two-dimensional pattern. 3D uniform pattern called crystal structure is given here. Here this is one silicon atom, this is another silicon atom, like that. All the silicon atoms, the outermost shell of the each and every silicon atom is having the 4 valence electrons. These 4 valence electrons making some covalent bond with the adjacent silicon atoms here. This is the, let us assume that it has, this is one covalent bond, this is another covalent bond, like that. If one covalent bond is, if I am giving some energy to this silicon atom, then that energy absorbed by that electrons in the covalent bond, and it will excite it to the higher energy level. That those electrons excited to the higher energy levels, and it will those electrons will move to the another atom. This electron will move into the another silicon atom. It will make some bonding with another silicon atom. This some vacancy is going to be created here. That process, in that process, the covalent bond is going to be broken here. Broken, this it is indicated as broken covalent bond. If that electron, by absorbing that energy, that electron excited to the another excited to the higher energy level, that means it is making bond with some other atom, some other silicon atom, and the creation of this electron and hole is known as electron hole pair. Electron, this is the electron, and this yellow symbol represents hole here. That vacancy, if that electron excited to the higher energy level, the creation of vacancy in this covalent bond, creation of vacancy in this covalent bond is indicated here, yellow symbol here. That vacancy is known as hole. Free electrons and its corresponding hole. This ippudu I am getting some this hole as well as this hole as well as this electron. The combination of this electron and hole, we can call this as electron hole pair. Electron hole pair. Here here they have given that the direction of electron movement and direction of hole movement. We will see this these two terms later on. Here for time being, just observe this as some electron hole pair. The breaking down of covalent bond is taking place, and due to that breaking down of covalent bond, one electron and one hole is get created. This is the main point. One electron and hole is get created. What is electron and what is hole? Hole means vacancy created in the covalent bond. These are the points we need to memorize. And next one is, this is the simple operation. The electrons which are present in valence band, the electrons which are present in valence band are known as valence electrons. The electrons which are present in conduction band are known as free electrons. Free electrons, the electrons which will excited to the higher energy level, the electrons which are excited to the higher energy level and make bonding with some other silicon atom, and those electrons, these electrons are valence electrons, and these electrons are free electrons. Free electrons, these, the electrons are shared by adjacent silicon atom, hence outermost shell of all the atoms are completely filled, and valence electrons are tightly bound to the atoms, tightly bound to the atoms. Initially four electrons are making these electrons, these 4 valence electrons are making bonding with some other silicon atoms. That means it is almost each and every atom is completely filled, and valence electrons are tightly bound to the nucleus. No free electrons are available at absolute zero temperature. No free electrons are available at absolute zero temperature. Hence, such an intrinsic semiconductor behaves as a perfect insulator. At zero temperature condition, there is no movement of electrons and holes will take place, and there is a conduction band. No electrons are available. Only all the electrons are available in the valence band itself. Therefore, that material behaves as a pure insulator here. Pure insulator or perfect insulator. At room temperature, this is the first initial case. Case 1, let us assume that it has no at a 0 degree temperature, at absolute zero temperature, no free electrons are present. This is, let it be, this is the case 1. In case 2, at room temperature, number of valence electrons absorbs thermal energy, due to which they break down covalent bond and drift to the conduction band. They break down, this breakdown of covalent bond will takes place and shifted towards this conduction band. Those electrons will shift towards the conduction bands, and these electrons, the shifting of these electrons into the conduction band, and remaining these vacant positions create some holes here, and remaining vacant positions are known as holes is get created in the valence band here. Let us assume that it has here in valence band we are having some 100 number of electrons in the valence band. These electrons shifted towards the conduction band అనుకుందాం. That much here number of electrons in the free electrons in the conduction band is assumed that it has 100. Then valence band 100 number of holes are get created in the valence band. Like that, here the concentration of electrons and holes are equal. Concentration of whatever the electrons are excited to the higher energy level, that much number of holes are get created in the lower energy level, that is valence band. That means the concentration across in the conduction band as well as the concentration of electrons in the conduction band is equal to the concentration of holes in the valence band. That much number of holes are there in the valence band. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఇక్కడ ఎన్నైతే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ హయ్యర్ లెవెల్కి ఎగ్జైట్ అవుతాయో అది అంత కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ లెవెలే హోల్స్ కూడా బ్యాలెన్స్ బ్యాండ్లో ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. అది మీనింగ్, ద కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ electrons and holes are equal in both in valence band and conduction band. Next one, the energy required to break a covalent bond is 0.72 electron volt for germanium and 1.12 electron volt for silicon at room temperature. This is the basic energy we need to provide for a germanium atom. We need to provide 0.72 electron volt energy, whereas for silicon 1.12 electron volt we need to provide at room temperature. Then only those electrons will move into the conduction band. That forbidden energy gap is that forbidden energy gap for germanium is 0.72 electron volt, and the forbidden energy gap for silicon is 1.12 electron volt at room temperature. When a valence electron drift from the valence band to conduction band, when a valence electron drift from the valence band to conduction band, breaking covalent bond, అదేగా జరుగుతుంది ఇక్కడ breaking covalent bond. That means drifting of electrons from valence band to conduction band is taking place. That is the point is given here. When a valence electron drift from the valence band to conduction band, breaking covalent bond. This is the point. Such a vacancy is called hole. So free electrons and holes get generated in pairs known as electron hole pair. Free electron and holes are get generated, then we can call this pair as electron hole pair. This is the point. So that vacancy is hole, and it is making some pairing with respect to the another electron, and we can call this as electron hole pair. The generation of electron hole pair due to the thermal energy is called as thermal generation. The generation of electron hole pairs due to thermal energy is called thermal generation. Thermal generation. The concentration of free electrons and holes is always equal. That means here the concentration levels of these holes as well as these electrons, whatever the electrons are shifted to the conduction band, that much number of holes remains in the valence band position. That is the concentration of holes, concentration of electrons are equal here. The concentration of free electrons and holes is always equal in intrinsic semiconductor only. In intrinsic semiconductor only it is taking place. whereas this concentration varies in extrinsic semiconductor material. That is the main point. The holes are also serves as the carriers of electricity, similar to that of free electrons. Due to the movement of electrons, I am getting the flow of current here. Due to the movement of holes also, I am getting some small amount of current. That current, I can treat that current as, with respect to the electrons, I can treat that current as electron current. And with the movement of that holes, I can treat that current as hole current here. Holes also serves as the carriers of electricity, similar to that of free electrons. Electron is negatively charged particle. As we already know, this one, electron is negatively charged particle and hole is a positively charged particle. Treating this electron as negatively charged particle and hole is a positively charged particle. The basic point in this is, this is the minimum energy we need to provide for the silicon at room temperature, and creation of electron hole pair. How these electron hole pairs are created means due to the thermal generation. Due to thermal generation, I am getting this electron hole pair combination here. These are the key points here in intrinsic semiconductor material. And I am obtaining some flow of I am obtaining some current here due to the flow of electrons as well as holes here. That concentration we need to consider. Next one, how this concentration of electrons and holes we will see. Conduction of electrons and holes in intrinsic semiconductor material. Let it be, this is the intrinsic semiconductor material with some length L anukuntam. With some length L, it is attached to the battery with the positive terminal and negative terminal, and it is attached here. Let us assume that it is a intrinsic semiconductor material. It consists of holes and electrons. By that covalent bonds, electrons and holes are, it consists of both electrons and holes here. Let us assume that this is the free electron and this is the hole. These are the holes. These electrons are negative charge particle. It is attracted towards positive terminal of battery, whereas these holes are positive charge particle. It is attracted towards negative terminal of battery. The flow of electrons and holes are in opposite direction. You can observe this direction flow. It is in electrons are flowing towards left side, whereas flow of holes is taking place towards right side. Right side. Electrons are attracted towards positive terminal of battery. Holes are attracted towards negative terminal of battery. This is the basic phenomena, and we will see more detail by observing this one. Consider that a battery is connected across intrinsic semiconductor. The influence of applied voltage. The influence of this applied voltage. There is a electron and hole motion in particular direction causing the flow of current. By this applied voltage, by this potential, there is a movement in these electrons and holes will takes place. Due to that movement, I am getting the flow of current here. I am getting the flow of current. The free electrons in the conduction band, the free electrons in the conduction band, the free electrons in the conduction band which are negatively charged get repelled from the negative terminal of battery. This is this, let us assume that it has, this is negative charge particle, and it is positive, it is attracting towards positive terminal of battery, but indirectly inbuiltly it possesses negative, and negative are going to be repelled here. This negative is attracted towards positive, get negative and negative get repelled. This is the point. That same point is given in some other notation here. That free electrons in the conduction band which are negatively charged get repelled from negative terminal of battery. That means attracted towards positive terminal, while holes are positively charged experiences a force towards negative terminal of battery. This is the meaning. Electrons are negatively charged particles. These are repelled by the negative terminal of battery, but those are attracted towards positive terminal of battery, and holes are attracted towards negative terminal of battery. This is the point. And the electric current due to the movement of electrons in conduction band is known as electron current. the movement of electrons in the conduction band is known as electron current. The movement of holes in the valence band is known as hole current. Hole current. That is the point we are notating here. Electron current due to the movement of electrons in conduction band is known as electron current. Movement of holes in valence band constitutes a current which is known as hole current. Electron current in conduction band, that is electron current in conduction band. Hole current in valence band. Hole current in valence band. Hole current in valence band is given here. The direction of motion of holes is in opposite direction to that of the electrons. The direction of electrons and hole is opposite in direction here. The flow of holes is in right side, and flow of electrons is in left side. That is towards positive and towards negative. Direction of motion of holes is in opposite direction to that of electrons. ఇది ఎవరు డ్రా చేస్తున్నారు? ఎవరు డ్రా చేస్తున్నారు అయ్యా? మీ నెంబరు నా స్క్రీన్ మీద పడిద్ది, మీకు అది అర్థమవుతుందా? మీ నెంబర్ నా స్క్రీన్ మీద పడిద్ది, మీకు అది తెలియదేమో. మీ ఫోన్ ఎక్కడైనా పెట్టి అట్లాగా ఇష్టం ఎవరి చేతకైనా వేరే వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, ఇట్లానే డ్రాయింగ్ అవన్నీ పడిపోతుంటాయి. మీరే కావాలని చేస్తే మటుకు యాక్షన్ సివియర్గా ఉంటుంది, చూసుకోండి. The direction of motion of holes is in opposite direction to that of electrons. The electrons as well as holes together constitutes current in an intrinsic semiconductor. Here the electrons as well as hole current constitutes the total current. I am assuming that current as total current in intrinsic semiconductor. Total current is given by electron current plus hole current. IT is equal to IN plus IP. I am representing this electron current as, it is mainly because of electrons, I am representing this as IN, and hole current I am representing this as IP here. Hole current, and this is IN, and this is hole current is P. Let us assume that it as this is P. Electron current is IN and hole current is IP. Electron current flows from negative terminal to positive terminal, that is electrons attracted towards positive terminal. The assumption is the electrons are flowing from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. Those electrons attract towards positive terminal. In any electronic device, some arrowhead is represented here. Some arrowhead, let us I am considering some, let us assume that it has, I am taking some diode. I am going to consider some diode like this. This is the diode symbol. As we know this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. This is the arrowhead. This is the anode terminal and this is cathode terminal. The meaning of this arrowhead is this one. This is the arrowhead. The arrowhead in any electronic device gives the conventional current flow. This gives the conventional current flow. That is the opposite of that electron flow. ఈ కన్వెన్షనల్ కరెంట్ ఫ్లో ఏంటంటే we can represent this conventional current flow as opposite to that of electron flow. అంటే indirectly this conventional current flow is a whole current flow అనొచ్చు అనమాట. Whole current flow. Let us, for time being, we will see this, what is diode and what is this operation, we will see in the later on sessions. And for time being, that arrowhead represents conventional current flow. That's it. Total in this slide, main point is total current is given by combination of hole current as well as electron current. Hole current as well as electron current. The operation of electronic device is explained with the help of electron movement. The operation of every electronic device can be explained with the help of electron movement. By that electron movement, what is the flow of current and what is the voltage levels we can analyze, that is given here. each and every electronic device can be analyzed with respect to the VI characteristics. That is the point. The movement of holes in valence band is random, and similarly the movement of electrons in conduction band is also random. That is, initially the movement of electrons and holes are in random fashion. In randomly the movement will takes place here. That is the creation of, this is the creation of electron and hole pair. This is the creation of electron and hole pair. The movement of holes in valence band is random, and similarly the movement of electrons in conduction band is also random. That means creation of electron hole pair will takes place. And next point, the thermal agitation continues to produce new electron hole pairs. If I am giving out this voltage level, keep on increasing that voltage level, then thermal energy, indirectly we are giving some thermal energy to that semiconductor material. Then these charge carriers keeps on increases here. That means the excitation of the electrons in the lower energy level will move to the conduction band, and formation of electron and hole pairs will increases here. That means thermal agitation continues to produce new electron hole pairs. Occasionally at some point, few electrons approaches a hole and falls into it. That process is known as, this merging of few free electrons and holes is called as recombination. This merging of electrons and hole is known as recombination. After the recombination of electron and hole pair get disappears, ఆ recombination జరిగినప్పుడు ఆ electron hole pair disappear అవుతుందన్నమాట. Due to the disappearance of electron and hole pair, due to that recombination, the number of charge carriers decreases to some extent, to some small extent. Due to this recombination of electron and hole pairs, disappearance due to this recombination, the number of charge carriers decreases to the small extent. The disappearance of, we can call this process disappearance of electron hole pair. First creation and then recombination. Due to that recombination, disappearance of electron hole pair will takes place. Disappearance of electron hole pair will takes place. Next one, the amount of time between the creation and disappearance of a few free electrons or holes is called mean lifetime of charge carriers. Mean lifetime of charge carriers. The time taken for the creation and disappearance of electron and hole pair is known as mean lifetime of charge carrier. This point is also very important. Mean lifetime of charge carriers. This is very important. First one is creation, next one is recombination. Due to that recombination, disappearance of electron hole pair will takes place. The time between creation and disappearance of electron and hole pair is known as mean lifetime of charge carriers. This is a key point. Next one, at any temperature, the electrons and holes are present in equal in number, and this concentration is called as intrinsic concentration. In intrinsic material, the concentration of electrons and holes, are equal. That is the diagram here we are represented here. The concentration of holes and the concentration of electrons are equal in number. That is given by mathematically. We are representing that concentrations as N is number of free electrons per unit volume. We can take that units as per centimeter cube or per meter cube. Per centimeter, volume is represented in cubic notation, that is per centimeter cube or meter cube. We represented here. In some problems we may come across the concentration levels is given in centimeter cube or in meter cube. Here mathematically the mathematical indication of this concentration is N is equal to P is equal to Ni. N is equal to P is equal to Ni. Wait a minute. Am I audible, students? Am I audible? Balaji? Students? వినిపిస్తుందమ్మా? నేను మాట్లాడేది వినిపిస్తుందా? ఇప్పుడే కొంచెం నాకు అన్స్టేబుల్ ఇంటర్నెట్ అని వచ్చింది, అందుకని. వినిపిస్తుందా? ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుందా?
వినిపిస్తుంది సార్.
ఓకే, రైట్. right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At any temperature, the electrons and holes are present in equal in number, and this concentration is called intrinsic concentration. We can call that concentration as, ఇప్పుడు మనం చూస్తున్నది ఏంటంటే ఇంట్రెన్సిక్ సెమీకండక్టర్ మెటీరియల్ కదా, ఆ ఇంట్రెన్సిక్ సెమీకండక్టర్ మెటీరియల్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ లెవెల్స్ ఎట్లా ఉన్నాయో చూస్తానికి మనం ఇంట్రెన్సిక్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ అని చెప్పి నేమ్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. ఇంట్రెన్సిక్ కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్. Mathematical indication of intrinsic concentration is given by N is equal to P is equal to Ni. That is, this is the concentration of free electrons, and this is the concentration of holes, and this is the intrinsic concentration. The number of the concentration of electrons is equal to concentration of holes, that is equal to Ni. We are going to use this relation in the further expressions here. The conductivity expressions, నెక్స్ట్ మాస్ యాక్షన్ లా అని చెప్పి ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, దానిలో యూస్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. ద కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఆఫ్ హియర్ N represents number of free electrons per unit volume, that its units is per centimeter cube or meter cube. P is equal to number of holes per unit volume. Ni is intrinsic concentration. This relation we need to memorize, that is N is equal to P is equal to Ni. This one, and this is the main relation for whatever the up to till now, what is crystal structure of intrinsic semiconductor material, what is the how the 3D pattern of silicon crystal. We need to draw this one in examination also, and how the electrons are transferring from valence band to the conduction band. The concentration of holes is equal to the concentration of electrons, as we know that one. In this case we are representing initially at absolute zero temperature. By increasing the at room temperature, by increasing the temperature, what is the concentration levels of electrons and holes, we are going to observe, and we are going to observe and analyze those things. And this is the how the electron and hole pairs are get created due to this thermal generation. And next, by considering one intrinsic semiconductor material with cross sectional area and with length capital L anukuntam anamata. Length capital L, it is given here, and it is connected to some voltage supply, and the flow of electrons and holes are given here. These flow of electrons and holes are in opposite direction. The electrons are attracted towards positive terminal of battery, and holes are attracted towards negative terminal of battery, and due to that moment I am getting some hole current as well as electron current. The total current is given by IT is equal to IN plus IP. These two flow of both the currents are in opposite direction. Here the creation of electron and hole pair and recombination of electron and hole pair. Recombination means merging of that electron. The merging of the electron and hole pair is known as recombination here. Due to that the disappearance of electron and hole pair will take place here. The mean lifetime of charge carrier means the creation and disappearance of the electron and hole pair is known as mean lifetime of charge carriers. The intrinsic concentration is given by N is equal to P is equal to Ni. These are the some of the relations in intrinsic semiconductor material. These are very important. Further classes, in the further classes we will use these relations also. Next one is drift current and mobility in intrinsic semiconductor material. Again I am representing this diagram in this fashion. In this manner I am representing here. This is the intrinsic semiconductor material. It is attached to some battery supply. It is attached with some battery, and by that battery some applied voltage is given for this semiconductor material. The flow of electrons, the black arrow mark represents flow of electrons. This flow of electrons is taking place here in the straight line. The electrons are traveling towards positive terminal of battery. This is the direction of electrons, and if we consider some holes also, this is the direction of holes. That is the conventional current direction. In between I am considering some atom here. These are the some of the atoms. If assume that it has the electrons which are traveling in the straight line, those electrons are traveling in the straight line, and these electrons are majority carriers. Assume that those electrons are majority carriers. Those are attracted towards positive terminal of battery. If those electrons are bombarded with this atom, if those electrons are bombarded with those atoms, then there is a shift in the direction of that electrons. Shift in the direction of that electrons, we can treat that shifting of that direction as drift here. We can treat that shift in the direction as drift here. Due to the drift, I am getting some flow of current. That current is drift current. And due to that, I am getting some mobility also. Mobility in the electrons, I can treat that factor as mobility here in intrinsic semiconductor material. This diagram represents electrons. Electrons are flowing in the left direction, that is towards positive terminal of battery. Those electrons are traveling in the straight line path. If those electrons are bombarded with some atom, there is a drift of electrons due to the collision with atom will takes place. We will deeply analyze this. These are the factors. This is about diagram. Diagram represents electrons and atoms here. Those electrons are traveling in the straight line. Assume like that. Those electrons are traveling in straight line. Here, when a voltage is applied to a semiconductor, the free electrons try to move in a straight line towards the positive terminal of battery. The electrons moving towards positive terminal collide with atoms of semiconductor, and each time the electron strikes an atom, it rebounds in a random direction. Each time these electrons strikes with an atom, it rebounds in a some random direction. It rebounds in a random direction. The electron strikes an atom, it rebounds in a random direction. But still, the applied voltage makes the electron drift towards the positive terminal of battery. Due to that force, due to this applied voltage, these electrons again travels towards positive terminal of battery. Though there is a drift in this direction of electrons, those electrons travels towards positive terminal of battery. This drift causes the current to flow in a semiconductor under the influence of applied voltage. This is the point. The current produced due to the drifting of free electrons is called drift current. The current produced due to the drifting of free electrons is called drift current, and the velocity with which electrons drift is called drift velocity. మనకి కరెంట్ ఏదైతే వస్తుందో దాన్ని ఈ డ్రిఫ్ట్ ప్రాసెస్ వల్ల వచ్చే కరెంట్ని డ్రిఫ్ట్ కరెంట్ అంటాం. అండ్ ద వెలాసిటీ విత్ విచ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ డ్రిఫ్ట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ డ్రిఫ్ట్ వెలాసిటీ. That drift velocity is given by Vd is proportional to capital E. Vd is proportional to Vd means drift velocity is proportional to applied electric field, that is E, capital E. And it is given by that implies Vd is equal to mu E capital E, where mu E is, let us assume this is a constant proportionality, but it gives the mobility of electrons. And we can also represent this mu E is equal to Vd by capital E. Vd is drift velocity, its units is meter per second. This is capital E is applied electric field. That applied electric field can be given by E is equal to V by L, where V is voltage, L is length of the semiconductor material. That's unit is volt per meter. Mu E is equal to constant proportionality or mobility of electrons. That mobility of electrons is given by the units meter square per volt second. Meter square per volt second. By giving out this voltage is meter second, and E is equal to volt per meter. Finally, we will get this meter square per volt second. This is about drift velocity and mobility. When voltage is applied to this intrinsic semiconductor material, then there is a drift in the electron movement. Due to that drift in the electron movement, I am getting this drift current here, and finally with some velocity I am getting here, and I am obtaining some velocity. That velocity is drift velocity. Vd is proportional to capital E. Vd is equal to mu E capital E. Mu E is equal to Vd by capital E. This is the main terms. We are going to use this term in the further analysis of other factors here, like conductivity, like that. These are the topics. In the next class, we will see the what is conductivity, Fermi-Dirac equation, and mass action law. Okay. ఇంకెంత ఉందమ్మా టైం? ఇంకొక 10 minutes ఉందా? Respond anybody?
Sir.
ఇవమ్మా టాపిక్స్ ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి. నేను ఇది నీకు మెటీరియల్ ఒక 2 daysలో పెడతాను ఇది. ఓకేనా? ఈ ఒక షేప్కి వచ్చిన తర్వాత పెడదామని. అంతలోకి యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ ఉంది మంది, ఆ ఛానల్లో చూసుకోండి. అంతగా మీకు ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే ఒకసారి ఇది నేను అప్లోడ్ చేస్తున్నాను ఆల్రెడీ. సరేనా? నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ కండక్టివిటీ. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ సమ్ EDC టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ యూ కెన్ గో త్రూ విత్ దిస్ కండక్టివిటీ, Fermi-Dirac equation and mass action law. That will be more beneficial to you. Okay, I am stopping the session. Just a minute.